Hey everyone, BC Does back again for another YouTube video. Posted a video yesterday with my son Camden, who I've mentioned before is the C in BC Dubs. We did a little video where I went through some of my NES games, some of my favorites, and he went through some of his Nintendo Switch games, and we kind of did a little back and forth on that. Really good video. You can find it in my video feed. Today I thought we'd go back to a video I made a few days ago where we were talking about some of my vinyl, music collection. And today I thought the theme of this video would be some of the older albums and original albums that I have or have been gifted by people or that I have purchased. Some of these albums I'm really proud of. Some of them are expensive to find out in the wild if you were going out and looking for them, and I was able to get my hands on a couple of these. But these are albums that are either from the mid 80s or further back than that. So if you enjoyed this video and you feel so inclined, please leave a thumbs up, like, and let me know in the comments below what are your favorite bands and favorite albums from the mid 80s to the early 70s. And with that, we'll get started. The first record I want to talk about, and these are all original copies except for one. One is a remake, or a reissue, I should say, is ZZ Top, Eliminator. Great album. I mean, songs that anybody can recognize on this record. Give Me All Your Lovin', Legs, songs like that. ZZ Top, great guitar rock. It's an original copy, super clean copy of this album. Very grateful to have this. My friend Steve Baez actually gifted this album to me. Doesn't really like ZZ Top that much, he told me, so he was like, here, you can have this one. Great record, ZZ Top, Eliminator. This is another album that I have. This is an original copy. And of course, this is the Best of the Animals. And if you know anything about the Animals, then you know that they did songs like House of the Rising Sun, Boom Boom, Gonna Send You Back to Walker. It's a great album. Very bluesy. This is one of the older records that I have in my collection. I don't know exactly when this came out. Let me see if I can find it somewhere. Hold on, folks. No, I can't find it on the actual album jacket. But the Best of the Animals, everybody can recognize House of the Rising Sun. It's a good record. Don't really like every song on there, but House of the Rising Sun is a very recognizable song. So I do put it on from time to time, but it is a mainstay in my collection. Next, of course, is Doors, Jim Morrison. This is a really, really good album. Songs like Come On Baby Light My Fire, Take It As It Comes, the Alabama song, which is one of my favorite because I'm originally from Alabama. It's a good record. The Doors, not really my favorite band, but a recognizable band with recognizable songs. And this too is an original copy that was also given to me by my friend. And anybody that knows anything about 70s rock or early 80s rock and that had vinyl and bought vinyl back in the day and bought new music back in the day knows this record. And of course, we're talking about Frampton Comes Alive. Some of the coolest guitar work, really trippy guitar work on some of this stuff. I actually really enjoy this album. It's takes me back. My dad had this album. Takes me back to listening to this record with him. Frampton Comes Alive. Now, I mentioned earlier in the video that every one of these wasn't going to be an original copy. Some of these, obviously I can't get my hands on some of these. Some of these albums that I really would want to get are super expensive. And especially this band, which is my favorite band of all time, of course, is Metallica. And this is, Ride the Lightning. A quintessential Metallica album. Might even be their best album. I know a lot of people would say Master of Puppets is their best work, but I really, really enjoyed the Ride the Lightning album. Super fast, super thrashy record. If you're of a younger generation, you're just getting back into Metallica, maybe due to them playing Master of Puppets on Stranger Things, and so you're discovering them for the first time due to social media or whatever. Go back and listen to Ride the Lightning. You'll really, really enjoy this record. To go buy this record, an original of this record, we're talking a couple of $100. Not really in the budget, but maybe one day. We'll see. Now, this one is an original record, and it's from the original label. And if you went out and bought this album, it would also cost you a couple of $100. I happened to find this record at a pawn shop, and they had a thumbtack in it hanging on the wall, and I asked them if they would sell it, and they said sure, give me $25. I was like, how quick can I get the cash? And this is an original copy on the original label, Megadeth, Peace Sells, Who's Buying. Great album, super thrashy. Wasn't mixed very well or produced very well, but if you like hard rock and heavy metal, this has got to be in the collection. Megadeth. Now, this is an album that probably influenced some of those, and I know for a fact it influenced members of Metallica, and probably also influenced some of the members of Megadeth, because they were heavy for their time. And we're talking about Deep Purple. This is Deep Purple. When we rock, we roll, and when we roll, we roll. This is an awesome record. Songs like Space Trucking, Woman from Tokyo is on here live. Smoke on the Water, Highway Star is live on this record. If you're a fan of hard rock, you have to be a fan of Deep Purple. This is an original copy. Just an absolutely marvelous shape. This is one of the records that I have in my collection that has one or two gems on it that are just masterpieces of songs, but the rest of the record I just can't get into, and I think a lot of people feel that way. And we're talking about Kansas Left Overture. Who doesn't know Carry On My Wayward Son, right? Amazing tune. Everybody knows it. Everybody can sing along to it. It's been parodied many times. Very well produced sonically, this album is. But for me, a couple of good tracks. The rest of it, I could do without. I had to have it in my collection. Kansas Left Overture. Now, for my Southern rockers out there, this is a Florida band. One of my favorite songs of all time is on this band. Really fast is on this album. Excuse me. Really fast-paced song. Love the tune. Molly Hatchet, Flirting with Disaster. Man, if you haven't heard that song, give it a listen. If you like Southern rock, you gotta have some Molly Hatchet in your collection. And finally, this guy was all over the radio in the late 70s and throughout the 80s. Anybody that listens to classic rock or grew up listening to music back then can recognize this artist. And this is Eddie Money, Playing for Keeps. And look at that hair, man. Another good album. It's not one of my favorite Eddie Money albums. But I do like Eddie Money. R.I.P. Eddie Money. So a shorter video today than the one I did yesterday and the day before. But I hope you found this content enjoyable. And I hope you guys have had a blessed day today. I want to give thanks to my Savior, Jesus Christ. And, that's it for now. Thanks for watching.